his films were very good, but I can't say that I was influenced by him. I was more influenced by John Carpenter and Scorsese. Those are my strongest influences. No, not really, but no, I hadn't. You know, I thought Howard Hawks was a great storyteller on film, absolutely. But it wasn't. There's only one film that really influenced me, and that was Citizen Kane, that made me want to become a filmmaker. There are many other great, great movies, many others, but the one that made me want to become a filmmaker was Citizen Kane, the first time I saw it, which must have been in about 1958. No, I never met Orson Welles. That was his loss, don't you think?
It's too bad for him. Yeah.
Yes, I feel bad for him, even to this day. You know, every once in a while I appear at a memorial service and I say, I wish Orson had had the chance to meet me. You know, his life, he had a kind of an interesting life, but it wasn't fulfilled. And here's why.
We only have 15 minutes left, so we're going to have to go a little faster.
Okay, why don't I do this? I'll just give you a series of answers and you can cut them in. Yes, yes, no, maybe, perhaps. You know,
I should get a little angry. No, not this way.
You need that too?
Yeah.
Because I can just give you a bunch of answers and then you can cut them in any way you want.
And I will let you.
No. I already answered that, though. I already said no about 18 times. So just use one of the earlier no's. No, was I expecting it? Absolutely not. No one ever expects it. Look at these people who made Brokeback Mountain this year. They expected an Academy Award. You could see it on their faces. The guy, and the award goes to this guy over here. What? You know, they were shocked because they felt entitled. Everyone had told them they were going to win an Academy Award, and they didn't. So I never thought that The French Connection or The Exorcist would get 10 nominations. Oh, I loved it. Now, I haven't seen it for many years. I don't know how I would feel now. But I thought it was really important at the time. It was a comedy about the arms industry. The arms industry isn't funny. And, you know, I thought we made a comedy about something that was not very funny. You know, I don't compare it to Dr. Strangelove at all. It's not in the same class. But it was the same idea, to use humor to expose the insanity of the government and the military. I'm going to quote to you something I said earlier, which I agree with, and that was Proust's idea that it was an essay by a critic called Sainte-Beuve, and the original title of Recherche de le Temps Perdu was Contre Sainte-Beuve. It was against Sainte-Beuve's, and Sainte-Beuve's idea was that you could tell who an author was by his work. You could look at someone's work, in that case, writing, and you could, this would tell you who the writer was as a person. And Proust set out to write his novel against that idea. And I feel the same way. You can't look at my films and say who I am. Not at all. Because I am not my films. But that would be your interpretation of those elements, which is fine.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's fine. But if you say, oh, I know who Bill Friedkin must be, evil, anti-gay, anti-this, pro-violence, you could look at my films and someone could say that. Pro-military. But those people who know me know that I'm probably 100% opposite. But that doesn't mean that other things don't interest me as a subject.